What's up? So, getting to the 7th hour of game. And let's start the cloak. And continue to explore the outer worlds. The SSP is low or average. I put to be defined. I'm not convinced about it yet. Okay, I'm in my ship. Oops. Oh yeah, I have a ship. Okay. So I just discovered that if you restart the game, things don't persist. You can get all of them again. Right or wrong? Let's see. Oh, at least in the kitchen. Let me check skills. Oh, I could. Okay. The 0 perks available. 0 perks available. The 0 perks available. Okay. Let's go to the journal. Roseway. I don't know what's Roseway. Well, you know what I wanted to do? Local region, yes. Orbital lab. Okay. But now I can do this one. I'm going back there. The Emerald Valley. groundbreaker. Wait, let me understand this map. I'm still here, right? Yeah, look, my ship here. I thought this was my ship. I said, what the fuck? Anyway, so I'm going back there to complete. Ah, I can only choose one. Okay, because the other one is locked. Oh, now I understand. Oh, I can choose both of them. Okay. Let's go, boys. We got places to go and people to kill. A second. And from here, I can travel here. There's people there. CVB.
Okay, here we go! Don't mess with us!
Ever consider the marauder life? It's pretty sweet. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying. I don't know. The vital... Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad... You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your... Let me know if I can do something for you.
Okay. We're done here. Right? Map. I like to do my companion quest. I like companions. But I don't know where is... Find an acid steeper. What's an acid steeper? And where's Roseway? Doesn't show here. Maybe it's unlocked. I don't know. So what do? I do a side quest.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans, she could teach me all manner of stuff. I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders, and the... All I'm looking for is a few pointers. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about something else?
Just checking your ship's manifest.
Captain. Hey, Captain! I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but... what about the town? All those people.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on... I've been thinking on that. There's a former he's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. Can't believe my desperation has led me to... you. Well, I just remembered there actually is a list like that. The Groundbreaker has access... All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry... Before I transfer to Edgewater, I... Thank you.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of... Now's not a good time.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want a truncheon through your teeth. This ain't a show. Move along. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. You know something? I am lucky. I ought to raise a glass of 0G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Oh, not at all. Just, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Carry on.
When you want to steal, you close the doors. Ah. Oh, there's a lot of people here.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us.
If it wasn't for us... Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always fucking freezing in the bays.
Ha! She wasn't looking. Are they looking? They're not looking. No one is looking.
Not so fast! What do you think you're doing?
Just don't make more paperwork for me, all right? Huh? Hey.
Learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you cargo.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
I wonder what that fella did.
Customs and inspection, right this way!
I still can't sell. Let's go to costumes. Talk.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
What? But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
I killed the mayor.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be you all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh shit.
You noticed, huh? They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, it goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were... A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Yep, Groundbreaker's the... Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bay. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some. Sublight gives me the creeps. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only... Relative to the board holdings? Not really. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at... All right. The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you... Make sure... He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense, not that he would, being a board. Sure thing.
Okay, let's go.
Be seeing you.
Move along.
A quest objective requires you to enter and receive if caught inside.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or two. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bay. You and about 6 other enterprising map. I do hope. Still waiting to hear back. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location... To the board, yeah. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on... Now let's not start a fuss. I'm just trying to do... We're the security force. The original force was made. Folks started calling us
Hi there. What?
What are you doing inside?
Where are we headed?
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a waste. Land. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting
Carry
a dead
on.
world full of monsters.
Huh?
Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
Keep your sights out, friend.
Hope.
What do you think you're doing? Keep your hands to yourself.
Still don't have. Okay, cool. Let me see what I got. Inventory. Plasma rifle. Light machine gun. Assault rifle. Okay.
Just passing through.
You ever hard up for work, try sublight salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Oh, look what I can do. Ah.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a while. Poor old sweetie.
Incoming! That's one down! Can't get past that armor! Their death, our survival.
Gotta shoot on that blue stuff. I don't know what's happening here, but something is happening. Suppose this is a quest thing, right? Can I go in this ship? I found here? Things, scenes. Scenes, things. Big. They're not. They look beautiful, but they're not big.
Gosh, ain't that handsome.
I got a science weapon. Let's see if there's quest that brings me here. No. 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 So it looks like I need to go back there. And I came in from here and I can open the door here, right? Right, I know where I am. So by the looks, I need to go back there. It's quite okay.
Wish they'd let us off station. Air up here's just recycled spacer farts.
I don't even know why I'm doing this, but here I am. is just a secret area to get the treasure. I suppose. Nothing more. Nothing less. Ah! I thought I was gonna fall down there. Sorry for that. Ooh, I still don't have the... Maybe I can find my way from inside. No, I can't. Maybe from there. No, I can't. Okay. So I've done all this. Let's go in here. Ooh la la!
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Typical Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. After...
Wish they'd let us off station. Air up here's...
I don't have time for this.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN
Didn't the board reps office used to be in
bar
Brooklyn
with
Days?
caramel and pea-free
Yeah,
nutmeg.
about 10 years
It's
back.
fine for a
That was
while.
before Bedford.
A lot of places to go here, huh?
Negotiated for a bigger office.
Start from the simple one.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators. Oh, and it's not the best choice. A lot of slow...
You can really steal everything, right?
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to
It just me, or has it been deader
We
than
move
usual?
cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a boat.
Give tramp freighters more pads.
Are there enough tramps in Halcyon to make up the difference?
Take another look at that half-empty docking bay and tell me what you think. It's always fucking free.
This place has a smell, right? Not just me.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Just passing through.
advertisement for the
Gonna head
following
to Vera's
story.
for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you.
If you're gonna make, you couldn't.
When
pay
you were
me as a
sick,
monarch.
who took
I'd
your
probably get
temperature?
my face eaten off.
When you were hungry,
We moved cargo.
who gave you a
Even the
needle
air
full of
hospital.
love?
That makes.
Mechanicals all over.
Auntie Cleo,
Gonna head
that's
to
who.
Vera's for whiskey and
Have you given
darts.
your auntie
Maybe
a
not
hug
in that
today?
order.
This has been Halcyon News, your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
I think I already got...
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways, and we're all sweating buckets.
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's not tended to from time to time.
I don't really care what the issue is. Sweat's starting to make me chafe in place. That's not for me to say. But if you're...
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
I'll be just a moment.
This is Halcyon News.
This is Halcyon News.
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Oh, shut up.
I was wondering what they do with these. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? There they go! How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Okay. What's this thing that I have 24? Let me check. If this is something I could buy.
You'll learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job.
Are you listening
Nobody
to me,
wants you
Emperor?
looking close at their cargo.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Of course, most of our supplies come. I try and steer. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which. Still get. Fine, as long as. Cheap. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen, she freely admits. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak. There's. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly.
Let me check this room.
This is Halcyon News. Scheduled advertisement.
Gladys.
Watch where you're looking, buddy.
Got my sights on you.
They're all looking at me.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Fuck, imagine if I sold all. Junk. Ta-da. Look at this shit. I can buy this.
Great law, is it hot in here? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000 bits.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Aha! This is the place.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law for Fen, someone called. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Oh, this is a stair. Okay, get it. I don't want to use my thingies. Because of the...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
assholes and their big interstellar freighters. They nearly rammed me on the way in.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Let's keep going. I never stole so many things in my life.
Looking sharp.
Yep. Ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
They do. So someone can open it.
For the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Hold it right there. What do you think you're doing? Just don't make more paperwork for me, all right? Hey, that's against regulation.
What do you think
Sorry,
you're doing?
sorry! It was impulse!
Do what you want, I guess.
Miss Doyle isn't having any visitors. Even friends.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement. Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of junk in the sky? Or it would, if I had... Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Surgery, mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. A place... Keep hanging around. But... You have your...
You can't keep me out of it.
I know this girl.
I'm sorry. Am I... See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jess.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Yeah. Come on, we're on a be my guest. If you know something I don't about...
For the last ratted on Rutten, you ho- What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about... I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm... Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. Udon was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udam's deposit I'd spent. Udam Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Does Dr. Impool ever take a day off?
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find her, or what? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
And what's in for me? Am I such a nice guy? Come on. Come on. Did I go in here? Yeah, I did. So this must be an elevator. Or not.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
If you ever hard up for work, try sublight salvage. Good pay if you're...
Hmm?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property.
CNP Bourse Pocket.
What's going on with you lately?
Macrame
You
with
seem
2.5
down.
seconds. Bourse
Board
Pocket.
Patrol nicked a friend of mine. Iris.
Sublight salvage.
Sublight for life.
Their front looks surprising.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails. Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs.
So if I go down, before going down here, I would like to finish this sweep.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. They're you know, legally? No. But just as well. Near about
How much cash you got in there? Not enough. Another sailor.
You look like some...
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, not me, but it's I was born in the...
If you got a complaint, file it at security. You ever hard up for work?
RT greeting by this unit. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted
All of
terrorist
them
Phineas Wells.
have
Report
elevators.
any sightings to your local board.
So what I could do is... Oh, you need to travel to go there. So I'll go here first.
Repairs going.
Just plug the last one.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
So it's up.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable?
Yes.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
Got any leads on salvage? Sublight for life. The corporations never lifted a finger for me.
Got any leads on salvage? It doesn't even have to be broken. I'll take anything.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing... Not a word. Pity. My guy in marketing is about to lose his other thumb. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our Our field is persuasive. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Some... Good girl. Knew you'd understand. Ask. I have nothing to hide. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't fall.
Hey, Mr. Vic.
So I'm meeting the groundbreaker. I'm meeting these guys. The board. I'm meeting everybody now.
Did you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes, go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
This is
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable, I can hardly even...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
statement regarding
Spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty warm.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but only the board has access to new parts. None. Every time I give in to... The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I... Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station... If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those... Good. Once you've obtained... Sorry about the heat.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I'll I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask...
Wow, great! I'll do that then.
Not a problem. You're right, I don't. You've got my...
Burke. Know what this.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Reports from concerned supervisors indicate
If it's
that
naughty
rates of
life or
time
death
theft
problem,
are on the rise.
I've got more important repairs
We
to
urge
do.
all of our listeners to remember that lack of productivity is not a victimless crime. Workers should be on the lookout for slacking and underperformance. Report anyone you suspect of time theft to your supervisor
Stop!
immediately.
You're violating company policy.
This...
What do you think you're doing? Just be careful next time.
I didn't think he would see.
Watch out something doesn't explode in your face.
I don't feel like modifying anything. I'll just modify things when I really need to. No.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Yeah.
What? All right, I suppose. How might I assuage your fears? Whom else would I work for? Those sublight? The board is the only force for order. That's a curious question. I can't say I've ever Permit me to answer your question another way. In Byzantium, here I have a measure of power and suffer little oversight. It makes... I understand. And I would ask the same of you, but I suspect... That's an unusual rhetorical tactic, but I admire your frank... Yes, do tell. Amazing! I didn't think those things worked. Mostly people draw fun... Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh, la. Oh, no. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons. That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? I've been working on something on the side, all right? Something not entirely, on the level. It's a little silly, I'll admit. Silly and completely illegal. I'd be forced into early retirement if the board found out. I produce bootleg cereals. I can't help myself. Jurisprudence after hours. And they're all mine.
That was you? Oh my stars. All my colonists is just... Well, it gave me a story hangover for days, Mr. Udom.
You're a fan? I've never met one in the flesh. I suddenly feel quite naked.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udom. I don't judge.
The heart wants what it wants, as they say, and mine yearns for the adoration of the masses. Held at a comfortable distance, of course. Flatterer. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fancier on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. Though it might surprise...
Architect have mercy, you don't possess a lick of sense to...
You can't say... Now. That's the long and short. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made... Well, can probably... I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory
This game
donation
is
is quite
crazy,
legal
man.
in such cases.
I'm not going to do this mission. I'm possibly going to kill him. I don't know.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but... I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem...
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I expect her liver is, used goods, as it were. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Let me see.
Be my...
Good law. Who'd want to go to that talk? No. Emphatically no. Best to be clear.
A luxury stateroom, reserved for... to serve at our most esteemed... As this... Ask...
Okay.
The last day of this posting.
I can't. Wonder what's playing at the Bijou Review this week.
I'll get the passcode and I'm using this passcode here. That's what I want to do.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made to stay aligned with the plan. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Report any sightings to your local board member.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
I think this will be a fight.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court.
This would be a fight.
Here they come!
Oh, fuck.
This is Halcyon News. interrupt your regular... scheduled ad...
It's the same thing. I don't know what that symbol is. It looks like to be the same. Gadget. Jesus, this is crazy. Silver tongue skills. Nothing needs repair. I can break down all this.
Advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your...
I can get some XP by trying to persuade.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
The back bays are all the home we have?
Look at this. You can... Woo! Look at the courage.
That's right.
Tennis. You don't listen to the fire, those alive or dead. My flame? Shit. Little Flick here got me started on the pyro.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
You call your lighter Little Flick?
I'll miss my baby pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs its king, and I'm one of a kind. Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back. Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it. Everything has a price. How much are you willing to pay?
Why can't I lie? Ah! How did I die?
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away. Not another...
We've got a fight on our hands.
Fuck. Why can't I lie? Why can't I lie? I got plus 40 of lie. I got it. Oh, I have 36 of lie.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approached...
Inventory. Use. There's so many. I can actually come here and do this kind of thing.
Is our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look. I know this ain't a... Listen to... My flame.
Don't worry.
You call your...
Oh, man. Lay it on me.
That's right, sir.
Tennis. You don't.
Let's see how this works. There was something. Drink this. There was something I could take to make me immune. I'll just...
Look at. You can. Listen. A lot. My flame.
Don't worry.
You call...
Keep. The second floor is my place.
Thing is that I will have to...
Easy does it.
Not another step in that direction, friend.
Careful with that shit. He'll end up as crazy as he is.
Want to try me?
Fuck. I need a shotgun. Shh. Yeah, I didn't see that stairs.
Slipping that track, friend.
Trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Where did that chewy gristle go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
Bullshit.
Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all over.
Holy fuck. I need something to... I need to hand this weapon. That's what I need.
You've been getting into the boss's special stash again, haven't you?
Here we go! Light shines on us today.
Acid, bitch! That's the name of the thing, acid. Let's see if I can find something. There's a different way to do things. You don't need to do violence all the time. You don't need to be Rambo all the time. You can do James Bond. You can do Ethan Hunt.
So cozy.
See this thing here. Level 6. Where the fuck are the parts?
We are just that good. Security. Here they come. Got him! This is bad! I'm up! I've had quite enough of you! Understood, on my way!
yeah, baby, we did it. This weapon is cool, man. I love when they become dust. I don't see the parts.
Smells kind of like old Mrs. Alpha pipes.
You got another complaint.
Get ready. Good job, Cap!
Right hit!
Exiting security enforcement mode.
Their death, our survival.
Oh yeah. You are encumbered. Okay, I need to sell items. Oh, the heavyweight there.
You got one, Cap!
Okay, but where are... the parts? Did I get the parts? I think I got the parts. Okay, let's do this. Now I need to go in my inventory. Go in my weapons. Damage. So I can break down this. This. Break down. This. Break down this. Break down this. This. Thanks, man. Thanks for passing by. Really appreciate. This is awesome. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. But I did it. Plasma rifle. Making sure you get it. I need a hunting rifle. I don't know why I don't like shotguns in this game. I don't think they're extremely effective, to be honest. Just realized that. I should give big guns to my boys. Can also armor rating. Yes. 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 Block. But I determination. Inspiration. Armor. This is 60. What does she have? She has 60. Okay. So I don't need to attack. Attack. Stealth. 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 Melee. Attack. Attack. Yeah. Okay. That's how you solve the weight problem. Now let me see. Journal. Where are these parts? Should be here. lot of food here, boys.
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then... I'll get back to my post. See you, Top. Be seeing you, stranger.
I think I just fucked it up. Or not. Oh, it's upstairs. They opened the door from inside. Oh, look where they are. I could have fixed the parts.
Liz gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
I didn't need to fight anything, it was here. And I could have went off, but it was fun. It's okay. Let's go out. Fight the easy way. Imagine losing all this. I mean, you need to kill everybody. There's no way you shouldn't. To learn how to use this weapon.
This is Halcyon.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Frustrating. Everything.
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker up. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on... I was promoted only recently, when my mom died.
They must have been amazing.
That means a lot coming from... It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could... Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it... You've got my attention. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Oops.
If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the...
I think I should go this way. It was closed. This was closed. It opened. Let's check the other door.
And the unemployed. Talk to your local manager about applying for military training.
Wee-ha! You guys are fast.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the man killer, but I'd be my
I don't understand how this works. I don't get it. I think it just works on the flesh. I don't know. I really don't understand. I'm burning.
Here they come.
There is still one. There.
Good hit!
Don't mess with us!
Oh, if you touch the bright thing, you burn. It's really hot. Look. Ow.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanics booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic sensor circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I know we'll fix it later.
Here we go!
Let's see if it works on this guy.
That's the last of them!
Shit, this place is big.
We've got a fight on our hands.
I'm a hero! So now, I don't know where I am. Oh, I do. These guys are so fast. I mean... oops. Okay. why there's this labyrinth. Because the door is barricaded. I need to do this.
Investigate.
Incoming!
I know! I'm almost dead! What the frangans?
I don't think that's working!
Okay. Hit the blue card.
Dissident now. Unable to take
Hit
aim.
that.
Oh!
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. If you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
I'm engineer, baby. I know what everything means. And I have engineered my crew. So don't talk shit to us. We're glorious. Oops.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
I know. Did I check this? I didn't. Interesting.
Seeing you limping a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Advertisement for the
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but the temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Oh, I do have skill points. I'm gonna put skill points on hacking and lockpicking. Oh, these are my skill points. I get it.
Hey, that's against regulation.
Sorry!
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
Just keep your fingers to your own side.
Close the door. To do this stuff. Haven't you learned? If you want to steal, do the right way.
This is
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or... The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the...
And that's our problem, how?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine. Sure, I mean they got their own relays and all, but they'll only... And then they charge folks to send... And none of that money goes to the groundbreaker. Not nearly as much, and that money goes to keeping the station operational, helps keep us independent. If we lose the message fees, the entire ship will feel... Before long, the only place for people to trade words and goods will be on Terra 2, right on... That'd spell the end of... Yeah, I'm working on it. But allocating the personnel loss for... We don't know why it went down or if it's even a hardware-related issue. And we do have multiple auxiliaries. If it... You save my comm center from chaos, I guarantee I'll get the chief to authorize some payment forms with your name on them while you're out fixing the station. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. It's not like they're in high demand.
And we got another mission.
Something's broke. Fill out an incident report. You keep the yellow copy.
itself? Stealth. Let me check that. Skill bonus, temperament. Detective, movement, helmet. Okay. Oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. I got a goggle that it's... We steal everything. We are really bad. Sorry. We stole a lot of things in your store. That's my way. What's the mission? Acquire...
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent... Though for... Go right ahead. Ask the con... Because I... Oh, a little of this. I also need
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation.
You do have a favorable... But that's not what you wanted. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. Anything else, dear?
I should kill her.
Yes. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Why? Why? This is a bug. Yeah, this is a bug. See? It's a bug. Deluxe. At his orbital lab. She's not. Yes, she's glad.
Hands off the lady.
Carry on.
Did I hear
What was-
something? What do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
All right, fine. Get out of here.
Oh. What does it seem to be here? This is silica. Ah.
Wish I could say it was good.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the... I ain't too elated about going exclusive. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Okay. This is another place.
Rizzo's Malt Apple Cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
We interrupt your
It's just that you're real... grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
wanna try this way.
Nicely done. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. You're a deft hand with a magnet.
Ah, come on, I didn't do this. Okay. Speak to Lily Iron.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. That seems like quite a leap.
I think there is a...
This is Halcyon News.
There's something wrong. Where I am? Lila. I know what the start button is. I talked to her. Yes. Right? Yep. So she must be here. Yeah. I did speak with this woman.
You weren't followed, were you? I hope not. I don't charge for curiosity. At least, not yet I don't. Very. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in how... Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot.
Oh, now I understand. Now I understand. Now I understand. Okay. Okay. So this.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? I admit it was a bit of a...
Okay. Some other place. Turn down the bounty. Okay. I'll do
CNP Borscht Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Borscht Pockets. Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but... He tell you that, did he? I might have kicked his ass from one end of the groundbreaker to the other a few years back. Whatever he reads into that is his business. I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardets' backs, the Mardets have got yours. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
want adventure alone, sorry. I don't want their ability. It will be this. I like armor. I like armor. I like it. 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 I got tier 2. All for me. They are now friendly. What? I didn't lose. I gave it up. Big difference. All with Gladys. Maybe I should kill Gladys. Fucker. Right? I want to investigate Terra too. That's the thing. Let's go back to my ship. Let's go back to my ship.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Hey,
you.
you.
A second?
You again?
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious, you're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. No, wait. Let me finish. I wrote this down and everything. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight. That motto is Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping. In conclusion, thank you for considering me.
I thought that was real good.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Sure, an interview. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackass. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Are you kidding? I love it. You can count on me in a... Wow. I'll just gather my purse.
Really?
Look at that.
Every crew needs a fun guy. Okay, it's a good moment to stop.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Okay, I'm stopping here. Tomorrow more, boys. Thanks for watching. And bye-bye.